Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nick, Denali Guide, and I'm bringing you the companion report to Money and Mining in video form. Now, let's think back. What are we really trying to do? We're trying to find out whether gold or silver, and either the mining stocks or the metal, is best for your investments now. Now, try and picture this. You're sitting around a campfire. You've got your favorite libation. You're warm. And some smart guy has taken bones and he's putting little symbols on them. And then he throws them down. And all of a sudden you're gambling. Well, gambling, debating, contending, that's what we do because we're humans. Let's look. Gold and silver were first found in western Turkey in the creek beds. And it was called electrum. And what it was a combination of gold and silver. And eventually, metallurgists were able to separate them and make them into coins. Now, I did some research and it came up with gold is now $2,300. I got news for you, people. It's $3,300. And what you have to remember is it showed the price of silver at $23. Right today, it's $36. Silver is smoking. Now, let's think about this. Price may not be the whole story, but here's the drivers of it. Every ounce of gold that ever was taken from the earth still exists today, even that in the deep blue sea. Silver, on the other hand, is being consumed 30% faster than it can be mined. There's above ground stores of silver, but they're being depleted. Major silver producers, which are base metal companies that throw off silver, are finding smaller and smaller and smaller deposits. That may not make a lot of difference, but look at what's going on. Throughout history, there's been a relationship between silver and gold. At one point, back in ancient history, they were valued 1-to-1. And then, all of a sudden, things changed, became industrialized. Now, sometimes it's 7-to-1. In historical instances, it's been 16-to-1. People are suggesting it could go 42-to-1. It's been as high as 104. Right now, it's 94-to-1. So it shows you that the ratio could possibly change. Gold is going to continue to go up in nominal value as people inflate currencies and have more debt. But silver could go up at multiples of that. So I'm not going to tell you any ridiculous amounts that silver could go to. You can find them all over the internet. People are screaming about it. Well, all right, all well and good. Let's look at this. Solar panels, which are being ravenously used by China, bringing on more electric capacity than nuclear, has a ravenous appetite for silver, and it can't be recycled. The films that they put on the collectors are so thin that there's no money in it. The hush-hush thing, the government just tried that, the mouthpiece for silver consumers came out to talk about, said, oh yeah, they don't use that much silver in the military. But the last war we had was a Tomahawk missile, a cruise missile, used 500 ounces. It's not recoverable. They didn't even touch on the fact that torpedoes use 1,000 ounces. And how many torpedoes do we have in stock? So what do I think occurs here? I think gold's got a good value. It makes good insurance for your portfolio. I think silver makes a better speculation because there's less silver being produced, less silver being found, and more silver being used. All kinds of new users are coming into this market. So as a result, I would recommend silver as the investment. Now, you can subscribe to Money and Mining, and you can find out who I think the best investment is. And it's going to change from time to time. But I'll say this. If you try to use your bank account as like an ATM, taking out profits, you might get hobby-like results. I think if you buy for the long term, hold, sell when it's time, that's fine. That's what we do in Money and Mining. We tell people about that stuff. Now, I promised you my 2 most exciting books that I would tell you about, and one of them's going to be here, and another one's going to be in the blog because it's unrelated. Now, where did I put you? Okay. Back in the day, I got this book at the library, and it took me 2 weeks. It's about 1,000 pages, and it talked about how much gold the U.S. got from the Japanese after the Japanese spent 50 years stealing gold. So what I have to tell you about gold, the best way to get gold is to steal it. And a lot of people know that. And governments are always busy stealing gold. You don't have to, but the book is entertaining. Anyway, I thank you for being my audience. I'd like you to share this. I'd like you to give me a comment. And please give me a like. This is Nick, Denali Guide. Have a great day.
I'm just going to add that you are not suggesting to your audience that they steal gold.
Of course not.
No.
Can you imagine how people guard their gold?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a good idea.
The
Japanese were able to get away with it because they were the major military power for 50 years.
Yeah. Okay, everyone have a good day.
Thank you, Director.
Okay, bye for now. Say goodbye, Nick.
Goodbye, my director and my audience.